Welcome to Ocean Enterprises Travel. In this episode, experience the vibrant energy of Ho Chi Minh City. Join us on an extraordinary adventure through Vietnam, Cambodia, and along the mighty Mekong River. Explore the remarkable Cu Chi tunnels. Discover colorful floating villages, authentic sea, and immerse yourself in the peaceful rhythm of life aboard the luxurious Mekong Jewel. The Park Hyatt Saigon is where the journey begins. In a city that doesn't know how to sit still. Outside, Ho Chi Minh City screams with life, scooters, street food. But in here, the coffee comes slow, and that's the thing about Vietnam. It never starts how you expect, but it always takes you somewhere real. At the Park Hyatt Saigon, breakfast comes with a kind of calm that feels borrowed from another lifetime. You're surrounded by white linens and polished silverware, but just outside those windows is a city that doesn't stop moving. The food? French by birth, Vietnamese by soul. There are trips you take, and then there are the ones that stay with you. On behalf of Ocean Enterprises Travel, Werner and Myra Kern, and the 65 souls bold enough to say yes to this.
We were so impressed by Vietnam, and you're gonna really enjoy that because the Vietnamese people as a whole are extremely nice, so polite and so helpful, and they kind of know everything you need. If you need salt, they know you need salt. You don't even have to tell them. They're just fabulous people.
Step inside the Saigon Central Post Office and the city seems to pause. Arched ceilings, wrought iron beams, and colonial echoes in every detail. Designed by Gustav Eiffel before he ever dreamed of a tower, this place is less a post office and more a time machine. You can still mail a letter here, still watch an old man tap out a telegram like it's 1969.
Look how many people try to climb up on this highway. The highway can carry like about maximum 30 people, right? Without heavy stuff. But like over here, like 50 people trying to climb up this helicopter. Originally, they built here a French palace for the governor of Indochina.
The Independence Palace doesn't speak. It lingers, mid-century modern from the outside. This was the heartbeat of South Vietnam's final days, a place built for power and lost in a single tank crash through the gates. The rooms are frozen in time. Rotary phones, floor-to-ceiling maps, silence so thick it feels rehearsed. This isn't a ruin, it's a reminder that history doesn't always crumble. It just sits there, daring you to understand it. You walk through slowly, careful not to disturb the ghosts, because here peace came with surrender and the walls haven't forgotten. Just outside the relentless hum of Ho Chi Minh City, you'll find something quieter. The Cu Chi tunnels.
The enemy is coming. That's when everyone have to abandon everything over here and get into the tunnels. And they don't have to go far. They just get in about 5 meters long and then stay. Because the other part will be occupied by the other group. They can pass messages through the system, but they don't have to move into the whole system.
This isn't your typical tour stop. This is where war went underground. Dug by hand, sometimes with nothing more than a spoon and sheer will, this labyrinth was built first by the Viet Minh in the late 40s. Over 150 miles of tunnels once stretched from here to the Cambodian border. Hidden beneath rice paddies and jungle, these weren't just escape routes, they were cities below cities.
So what they have over here, all of this rock is like a bunker, like a basement in a building. They have, the kitchen, the office, the bedroom, storage, and even the fighting bunker. They keep open, they display them. And this one is actually the secret doorway to get back into the tunnel for safety if this one gets overrun. All right? And if they can follow the secret gate, we get out of it at this, edges.
And if you're brave, or maybe just curious, you'll get your chance to crawl into one. Fair warning, it's tight, hot, and sobering. You'll feel your heartbeat in your ears, and you'll realize this was never just about combat. It was about outlasting the impossible.
Talked to people in the army that had been other people in the group had fallen in to where all
the traps, brutal, bamboo spikes, swinging arms, pits disguised as safe ground.
and listening to the guns.
Does it bring you memories?
Yes, it does.
So, how was it?
Yeah, it's good.
Ocean Enterprises Travel welcomes you aboard the Mekong Jewel, the newest and most luxurious ship to cruise the legendary Mekong River. This all-suite supership offers an unforgettable journey where five-star comfort meets the heart of Southeast Asia. As you glide through the river's winding path across Vietnam and Cambodia, you'll take in breathtaking scenery, lush rice fields, golden temples, floating markets, and riverside villages where ancient traditions live on. On board, you'll indulge in two exceptional dining venues, a refined main restaurant and an open-air eatery on the upper deck, all with sweeping views of the river. Unwind by the swimming pool, rejuvenate in the spa, sauna or steam room, and stay active in the fully equipped gym. Pamper yourself at the salon or nail bar, or simply relax in one of the ship's elegant lounges or its tranquil library. Welcome to the Mekong Jewel, a floating sanctuary where every detail is designed to elevate your journey, and every moment is crafted with care by Ocean Enterprises Travel. The next day, it begins. Not with an alarm, but a stretch. yoga at sunrise, and for the first time in a long time, you exhale something more than breath. You exhale whatever weight you carried here. Breakfast isn't just a meal here, it's a ritual. Toasted baguette with passion fruit jam, coffee dark enough to fight back, and always a smile from the same staff who know exactly how you take it.
Thank you so much. Hope to see you soon in the future, and just let you know that we all love you.
Then the river starts moving, and with it something inside you. Villages drift past, their wooden stilts and rusted boats telling stories that never make the guidebooks. You don't rush, you drift, not just past places, but through moments. And the jewel? She hums along with a kind of quiet confidence, never demanding attention, but always earning it. In Tien Loy, there are no highways, just water. The kind that winds like veins through a living, breathing landscape. We begin the day the way locals always have, by boat. These aren't fancy river cruisers or fiberglass speedboats. These are old wooden sampans, worn smooth by time and tide, pulled up beside the jewel like they've known her all their lives. We're about to leave the main river and head into the quiet canals. Everyone boards small wooden sampans, perfect for the narrow waterways. One by one, we take our seats. Our local guides gently paddle us forward. There's no engine, just the soft rhythm of wood on water and the occasional splash echoing through the trees. You glance at your guide and they just nod. No words, just presence. This isn't a performance, it's a commute, a ritual, something they've done their whole lives. We step off the boat into the soft earth of a jackfruit nursery, rows of baby trees reaching skyward with green hope. There are no machines here, just hands. Strong, dirt-covered, deliberate. Farmers crouch low to the ground, planting, packing, watering. You don't hear idle chatter. You hear work, focus, pride. The way they tend to these saplings is the way some people raise children, with care, with repetition, with belief that something small will one day feed, shade and support someone else. They're not just growing fruit, they're growing the future. We move on, walking now, through the heart of the village. The air smells like wood smoke and wet soil. You pass homes built not for display but for living. All of them lapidas, tributes to family members long gone but never forgotten, decorated with flowers, incense, carvings that speak of love, not loss. Here, the dead live among the living, not hidden in cemeteries, but woven into daily life, as they always have been, as they should be. Our final stop is a pot-making workshop. Though workshop feels too modern a word, it's a shaded space with tools worn by time and fingers that never stop moving. Here, they build tree pots, fishing traps, all by hand. You watch a woman twist bamboo with the ease of someone who's done it since childhood. Her fingers move fast, steady, like they know what they're doing without asking. Nearby, hanging from the beams, are fishing baskets filled with snails, carefully woven traps designed not with blueprints, but tradition. It's not quaint. It's not a tourist setup. It's real work, made beautiful by its honesty. We walk back the way we came, a little quieter now, a little more grounded. The Mekong jewel comes into view like a familiar friend. But you? You're not quite the same. You've touched something ancient today, something quiet, something real. Out here, not everything needs to be fast or loud to be meaningful. Some things just need to be felt. one narrow canal, the smell of steam and rice draws you in. A woman, maybe 2 generations deep into this trade, lays down a ladle of rice batter onto a stretched cloth. The heat rises, a thin film forms. A moment later, a perfect rice tortilla. She lifts it with the care of someone flipping a page in a holy book, then lays it out on bamboo to dry in the sun. No rush, no machines, just rhythm. You realize quickly, this is not food, it's craft. A blackened wok, filled with sand hot enough to blister, becomes a theater of sound. Grains of rice explode like firecrackers, bouncing with life. This is rice popcorn, born in chaos and finished with calm. No microwave, no measuring, just instinct and heat. Next door, more magic is happening. A metal pot bubbles with coconut milk, sugar, and shredded coconut, stirred slowly by hand with a wooden paddle. The master at work knows every movement. The result? A rich, creamy coconut candy that melts in your mouth and lingers like a sweet memory. Then there's the crispy rice candy, light, toasted, kissed with sesame and sweetness. And the rollers they use to flatten it? Old mortar shells, left behind by war, repurposed by necessity. It's poetic in a way only Vietnam can be, turning tools of destruction into something that cracks softly between your teeth, something sweet, something simple, something that stays with you. And then, the final act. Glass jars filled with cobras, scorpions, and herbs floating in golden rice wine. Myth or medicine? One sip says it all. Unforgettable. The Huyen Thuy La house doesn't just hold stories, it exhales them. Built by a wealthy Chinese businessman, touched by French romance, and made famous by Marguerite Duras, it stands like a love letter sealed in wood and stone. Its doors creak open to a different era, tiled floors echoing footsteps from lives long past. The shutters don't just open to light, they open to memory. You don't just tour this place, you feel it. You trace its past with your eyes, your breath slowing as you walk the halls. It's not just a house, it's a pause button for time. And for a moment, everything else fades. Welcome to Sa Dec Market, where every moment pulses with life. Our guest walks through the market's maze, where chaos is choreographed into seamless harmony, each vendor claiming their corner of perfection. Here, everyone knows their place, poised to sell, from vegetables to seafood, and always the motorbikes, carrying mountains of greens like emerald waves coursing through the lanes. You can find it all, plump chicken legs beside jewel-bright produce, a bike heaped with fish, held fast by a lone rubber band, a whisper of caution against escape. The engine's hum surrounds you, yet in a quiet corner, an old man finds calm behind folded newsprint. Silence amid the symphony. And though a pole across strong shoulders, every voice greets you, warm, familiar, food and friendship spilling from each stall. This is a beautiful disaster, a place where life and trade entwine. Only in Vietnam can such exotic order bloom. Sa Dec Market, alive in every breath. Hokkien Assembly Hall isn't quiet, it vibrates. Red lanterns sway above your head, casting a warm, flickering glow on stone tiles smoothed by generations of footsteps. Incense coils spin lazily from the rafters, their smoke curling like memory through the air. Gold leaf clings to every surface, pillars, altars, dragons carved into wood, like time never dared touch it. Then the drums begin. Low, slow, building, and the dragon awakens. Fabric scales shimmer as dancers pound the earth, twisting and charging in perfect rhythm. The creature dips, rears, spins with purpose, breathing ancient fire into the present moment. Every stomp shakes the ground, every beat echoes 1,000 years of belief. This isn't performance, it's preservation. For one electrifying minute, ancient tradition stomps its feet on modern ground, and the ground listens. Day begins on a warm wooden pier where a man lies in a hammock, talking on his phone and barely moving. He does not notice us as we enter his small world. Nearby, a boatman rows a simple wooden boat, gliding across the bright water as if he knows every wave by heart. In the distance, our friends carefully step across a rickety wooden bridge. The boards creak under their feet, but they find their balance and cross safely. We follow our guide to his uncle's workshop. The uncle holds a piece of glowing amber close to a stiff plank of wood. The heat makes the wood soft and bend without catching fire. With gentle hands, he shapes the plank into the curved bow of a new boat. Now the boat frame is done. He mixes rice husks and soft glue to make a thick paste. He puts this paste in every gap so the wood fits tight with no space. The sun dries the boat. The small homes grow still. People sit at a low table. They play a game with round pieces. They pour tea and laugh softly. For a while, all is calm. The sun moves up. It is time to leave. We climb into our boat. The slow water carries us on. Our next stop is a small workshop where families make conical hats. Conical hats, or non la, trace their origins over 3,000 years in Vietnam. Early farmers wove palm or lotus leaves around simple bamboo frames to shield themselves from sun and rain. By the first millennium, this design spread through rural villages, where families passed down weaving techniques from generation to generation. Craftspeople perfected the process of layering leaves tightly around bamboo ribs, making hats both waterproof and lightweight. We jump into our Uber bikes called Xi Loi. We climb into the bench seat. The driver turns the key and the motorcycle comes to life with a gentle roar. As he shifts into first gear, the Xi Loi moves forward. Our ride begins on a quiet village road. The Zheloi isn't about comfort, it's about character. A metal cart welded to a motorbike rattling down dusty paths.
The wind touches our faces as we roll along. We coast to a gentle stop as the Xi Loi's engine winds down. And we visit the Hanxico Catholic Monastery, founded in 1868 by French missionaries who built a simple wooden chapel on this riverside site. They dedicated it to Saint Joseph, raising it on a stone foundation to guard against seasonal floods. Villagers helped gather timber and local stone, and soon prayers in both Latin and Vietnamese echoed across rice fields and narrow canals. In 1885, the original wood structure was replaced with brick and stucco. Skilled artisans carved pilasters along the facade, and stained glass windows, brought from Europe by river barge, were installed to bathe the interior in coloured light. During the 1940s, when conflict reached the Mekong Delta, Hang Siko's thick walls became a refuge for families fleeing unrest. Monks opened the monastery doors to shelter more than 100 villagers during a single monsoon season, distributing rice and water from the monastery's courtyard. During the 1970s, despite regional conflicts, the monks continued to hold mass, baptize children, and teach catechism. Hang Siko Catholic Monastery stands as a testament to resilience, and each whispered story has woven a legacy that spans over 150 years of rural Catholic life.
At dawn, the Mekong wakes before the people do. The sun stretches across water like silk, warming up a day built on rhythm. Boats glide through the veins of the delta, some hauling lumber, some loaded with baskets of jackfruit or sacks of rice. This river is a highway with no lanes, no signs, just instinct ferries move like clockwork, loaded with school kids, workers, old men with stories in their eyes. They don't look up at the sky, they just move forward. This is life, constant, floating, familiar. The land here grows what the river allows, and the people, they live by it, on it, with it. From above, it's beautiful, but from here, it's survival, wrapped in grace.
And for the Mekong Jewel, it's more than just a river cruise. It's a floating school where each sunrise teaches new wonder. Every gentle wave carries a lesson, every bend reveals a story, and each day's ticket is a promise to see the world from the Delta's heart. Our tour begins in Long Can, a vibrant city in Dong Nai Province, southeast Vietnam. Covering 194 square kilometers with over 150,000 residents, it grew from a town founded in 2003 to official city status in 2019, where tradition meets modern life.
The paths here are narrow, but they lead deep, not just through neighborhoods, through culture, memory, and quiet pride. Step inside and the air shifts. You feel it, respect for the past. These objects aren't decoration. They're tradition in physical form, symbols of fortune, memory, and faith, passed from hand to hand. You leave with more than you came with, not in your hands, but in your head. A glimpse of a life, simple, beautiful, and whole. Military portraits, wooden altars, faded books, and worn armchairs speak louder than anyone in the room. No one's in a rush here. You're offered a chair, a drink, a smile. You're not just a guest, you're a witness. In the Mekong, life isn't rushed. It's woven patiently, deliberately, like the scarves they've made here for centuries. These Khmer scarves, known as krama, are more than fabric, they're tradition. Each one tells a story, spun from memory, dyed with meaning in a world chasing speed. This place still chooses care. No factories, no shortcuts, just craft passed down like an heirloom. The colors catch your eye, but it's the process that stays with you. From silkworm to spindle, every step is done with purpose, and in the end, it's not just about what they make, it's about who they are. A people woven into every thread. As the sun dips low over the Honggu crossing, where Vietnam ends and Cambodia begins, the Mekong glows gold. This is the edge of two nations, and the captain of the Mekong Jewel guides us through it like a ritual. He's not steering with force. He's steering with memory. Every motion learned from 1,000 sunsets like this one. This is where borders blur, where the Mekong doesn't care about lines drawn by people. And neither does he. He follows the river's rhythm. To the guests on board, he's just the captain. But to this river, to this crossing, he's a trusted guide, familiar as the current itself. At sunset, he's not just navigating water. He's carrying us into the heart of the Mekong, one twilight at a time.
Phnom Penh at night, alive, electric, endless. Cambodia's capital glows like a floating constellation, where history and hustle flicker in every light. Boats drift by like lanterns, each carrying music, laughter, and memories. Here, Phnom Penh feels intimate yet vast, a living organism. Royal rooftops, golden temples, and glass towers stand side by side. Old soul, new rhythm. The river mirrors it all, pulling life forward. Night falls, but the journey never sleeps. Not in Phnom Penh, not on the Mekong.
The Mekong Jewel trades its calm for sparkle. Tonight it's dressed to impress. It starts with the food, courses as beautiful as the views, carefully plated, locally inspired, impossibly fresh. Every bite a quiet celebration. You can feel the shift. Dinner fades, music rises. And then it happens. The dance party ignites. It's unfiltered joy. Strangers become friends. Shy smiles turn into wild spins. Feet find rhythm and age disappears. Outside, the Mekong flows on, slow and steady. But inside, the jewel pulses with life. A night on the Mekong, a memory in motion. No speeches, no shows, just music in the distance. Here, sunset isn't an ending. It's the river saying, stay a little longer.